my little drink today after family. Hello, me familia. Louisa and Vicky got here early. Hey, Electra Storm and Tierra and Queen Libra. Who's over here in the chat? You there by yourself. That's okay. It's gonna be a little bit over. I just told everybody that just to come on and get on in here. They're gonna come on and get in here. I actually have a list of things that I want to talk about today, and I don't even know where to get started. So I think I might give everybody another little minute before we start jumping into everything, but we are going to get into this episode today and some other things that have been kind of on my mind. And then also, somebody said the spoilers were out. We're going to look for those. And we're going to talk about some of the fanfic and fantasy storylines that people proposed today that got me all excited. So, let's go on ahead and get this show on the road. Hey, Sam.
Good evening.
Good evening, Hunty. How you doing?
Oh, yes. I am doing very well. Cannot wait to get into it.
Hey, Sarah and Can. Girl, I made a list today. Let me tell you, I was ready when I sat on the couch and watched again. I took notes because I said, you know what? I can't be forgetting these tidbits. Because
Right.
these tidbits right here, and then that fucking boulder that they threw through my window today. Did everybody else's house get fucked up today like mine did? Or was it just me?
You said eyes?
A boulder, honey. Did they fuck y'all up the way they fucked me up today? I don't want to start with it, but I feel like we're gonna have to start with this because
The only boulder.
what happened?
You talking about
Boulder?
the app?
The what? Girl, not the app.
No.
What did I
boulder?
miss?
Rich,
What I
I
miss?
don't know.
Rich gave Taylor a gin and tonic.
Oh, that mess. Yes, I saw. First, you know how this show is about flexible about people, alcoholism, and pretending it don't exist. I don't understand that shit at all.
But she is the legitimate alcoholic on the show. Taylor had a problem with alcohol for many years. People, and this is why I'm angry. And I'm not gonna get off of their fucking necks about this. If they do a live today, I don't care if the live is from the CBS commissary. I'm gonna be on Casey's throat. He better hope that I don't get through if he do a live. Because this is my thing. You guys know when Darla got killed, that was a fucking accident. They showed Taylor with a glass of wine, but they did not show her drinking that wine. I need to go back and find the episode. But as I remember, she did not drink the wine. We saw the wine in the glass. And then when Phoebe called her, she poured that shit out and got in her car and went to go. And then Darla fell in the road. I have been defending Taylor for over 15 years, saying that she was not drunk when she went out because she was an alcoholic and she was in the middle of an alcoholism storyline at that time. But she had not been drinking when she went to go get Phoebe. And they making me mad. Because also when she had to deal with that damn baby, she gave birth to, she was drinking then, and they used that against her in damn custody court. Brooke sitting up there with her fucking fake ass one. Taylor, you know she has a problem. Bitch, choke on it. I'm so angry about this, y'all, that I just want to drive to Los Angeles and sit out there with a big old poster board sign saying "Kiss my ass, Brad Bell." Because you sitting here, we have a legitimate, and Deacon is a legitimate alcoholic too, but Deacon is a different kind of alcoholic.
He backslide. He just flat out backslide. Okay,
right.
that's what's actually going on there. He's backsliding,
and he don't give a fuck. That's just Deacon. He's always backslid. But Taylor takes her sobriety seriously. She even mentioned that when she came to town. And Brooke was sitting over there fucking crying about her one night of freedom when she got to suck on Deacon's tongue. It's not the same thing between Taylor and Deacon being alcoholics. It's not even the same thing between Taylor and Brooke being alcoholics. Brooke drank because she couldn't get no damn dick. Taylor drank because she was just fucking depressed and her life was falling apart. Then she got this damn baby that don't stop crying for nobody but Brooke. Yeah, bitch, I'm gonna be drunk every damn day too because I put all my money and my marriage on the line for a baby that came out of the woman that I've been fighting for years. Oh no, just give me the whole
Mm-mm.
damn.
That is still the most terrible. Oh, two things. Bubbles, check the comments on YouTube. I think Can's over there.
She
Um,
Yeah, she went to sleep. She was sober. I know she was. She hadn't had anything to drink. She took a nap and Phoebe called her. She got up and pulled out that damn glass of wine. This is why I am so angry that Ridge says gin and tonic and she goes, oh, thank you. Huh?
just casually forgetting.
It's,
Just casual as you please.
huh? So this to me goes all the way back to Taylor saying, it feels like all of our history got erased. They tried to completely erase Taylor completely.
Exactly. Her
Uh,
it's trash. Now I don't and here's the thing. I don't know if it was carelessness on their part, because let's be honest, they're pretty goddamn careless on this show. They are. They
uh-huh.
are. They're very careless with narrative and with past events. They are very careless. They do basically they are literally the people who do not check the tape before they write something. But I find it very funny that Ridge would just be handing Taylor a gin and tonic, oh so casually, not that long after Brooke's storyline got completed with her questioning her sobriety and the topic actually being brought the hell up.
They didn't
So
whole point. Like, did they get sick
I,
of Brooke whining for a whole month because she had a fun night with Deacon behind alcohol? Like, or is Bree subconsciously trying to get Taylor drunk so she'll make a Brooke Logan kind of mistake? Like, are they trying to put Taylor on the same playing field as Brooke, like they did Stephanie when they made Ridge Massimo's child and tried to say that Stephanie trapped Eric in a marriage? Oh, like
mm-hmm.
pressure, y'all. I feel like I'm about to have
Oh,
a heart attack and a stroke at the same time because
okay.
I'm so flames. There's flames on the sides of my
My
face.
face. I'm kind of with you. I'm kind of with you on the Mrs. White time too, because I'm like that, and I did not care for that whole voice app thing. I missed it during the original viewing, and I had to go back and watch it because I took a call. So I didn't. So I had muted my TV so I could see it, but I didn't hear it. So when they dropped the episode, I went back and watched it, and I was like, "Oh no, I know exactly what this shit is for."
Douglas sitting here offering his granddaddy alcohol in Donna's voice. Everybody's offering everybody liquor. Steffi sitting there drinking wine. And Taylor's a
Yep.
wine drinker. Taylor don't drink no fucking gin and tonic like a plebe. She ain't never drank no hard liquor. Why not offer her some damn Hennessy if you gonna offer her some damn Jack and Coke?
Yeah, so they play. Yeah, they literally just don't care about history at this point. I mean,
Mm-mm.
and Steffi was drinking wine too. I found that was odd. I mean, all these people have addictions. You would think that there was non-alcoholic champagne
Or
at
just
Eric's
fucking
shindig.
or just plain water since the kids were there. Like I'm having a literal panic attack over this because I'm not okay. I've been mad, y'all, since 12:30. I have been mad for 6.5 hours if I did the math right. I'm mad. I'm really so mad that I can't even catch my breath. Like I feel like I need to get a paper bag or something because they got Taylor sitting up here all booed up under Ridge, drinking the damn gin and tonic, and it had a lime in the glass. She wasn't drinking no damn lemon water. There was lime in the glass. Gin and tonic used to be my shit. That was a gin and tonic skinny glass. I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm so like, okay, so now she's gonna get drunk. And now it's gonna be like, is she gonna
Dang
start
on.
being like Brooke and using excuses? Well, it must have been the gin and tonic. I never would have tried to sleep with Ridge if I hadn't been drunk. I don't
Hmm.
want that out of Taylor.
The name of today's episode was Excuses. Because we already know that that little silly voice app thing that happened with Douglas, we already know that that little voice app is the new Hope mannequin. That's what that is. It is the replacement for the Hope mannequin for whatever hell is about to get unleashed. It's going to involve that stupid app.
And I'm actually surprised. I mean, I don't know why I'm surprised, but I'm just surprised that this is actually where this story is going. I mean, nobody wants this. Now, no, don't get me wrong. I do want Liam and Brooke to have an affair because that'd be awesome, but not like in this way. Like this is
No,
dumb.
exactly. And the thing is, here's the thing. You see how both Brooke and Liam were on this petulant bullshit today? Well, was I invited?
Yes,
Well,
she
why do
said
you think
family.
I wasn't invited?
I know she said family. I know when he said family dinner, you can come on. That means bring your ass too. Don't be sitting here talking about some. Well, I wasn't invited, so I'm
You
gonna
didn't get an engraved invitation, so you don't have to. So you not invited. What the hell?
just gonna stay here and fuck Liam because I ain't got nothing else to do. I hate her so much, y'all. I'm trying to keep my composure because I'm really upset that they sat here and gave Taylor alcohol, and I'm really trying. I can't even process it right now. Like I can't even get past it to process it.
Mm, mm, mm. It's trash. It's trash. It's trash. It's trash. Because I'm hoping that what I'm hoping is that it was just a throwaway, and that
Yep.
it's not the start of them just doing some stupid shit they ain't got no business doing, and that
Right.
they really just legitimately forgot Taylor has a history of alcoholism, and that's why they suddenly just have Ridge up here like James Bond offering somebody a damn gin and tonic.
I agree. I agree because if they were writing a long story about Taylor drinking, I mean, they would have had to dip into some history. I mean, someone would have said, I mean, someone would have, at some point, wait, so this has to just be a throwaway, just like, Steffi and, having tequila after getting out of rehab. They just don't consider these things. They don't consider history. And I don't think it's going to go any further than that. She's going to have her gin and tonic. Everybody's going to have a great time. And whatever mayhem ensues, it is going to be due to that voice app.
Yeah, it's gonna be more to the voice app, but also if Taylor is drunk or tipsy, like I really see that that's gonna play into it because I just can't fathom that they would forget that she's an alcoholic and they spent all these years making her alcoholism the reason why Darla died. That's what the people that don't like Taylor, they will tell you real quick that drunk Taylor killed Darla and she wasn't drunk. So you gonna tell me that I had to sit here for 15 years and endure people calling her drunk Taylor and calling her a murderer and all this shit? Um, and y'all just gone for the sake of whatever, forget it. No, you better be doing some shit with this. You better be doing some shit with this since you put her back on the bottle. You better be doing. I don't even care. I don't care if she gets drunk and she gives Ridge the best night of his life because he ain't getting nothing but kisses from Brooke. But they better make this. Somebody better give me some answers. That's all I know.
The only positive, hey, can the only positive thing I see coming out of any of this bullshit is I'm finally gonna get Brooke and Liam. That because the bull I could smell it like old people smell the rain in the country.
Girl, yes, my bones was hurt. Like, my arthritis was acting up during them scenes. And I said, ooh, my knees hurt. Just like when I have to get on the floor to do yoga. They must get ready to fuck. That's how it felt. Yep, girl. The old
It,
people. So
it's
we
because
let's talk about Briam. Yes, let's talk about
yes,
Briam, honey.
they both doing the same petulant bullshit. Because here's the thing, and this is the part that kicked me out more than anything, is that Hope especially after today, because we're gonna talk about that later. But I know y'all all peeped how Hope eyes got big as 50 cent pieces looking at Tridge.
Girl,
But
he was taking it in like Donna was.
Yep.
So my thing was that when Thomas and Douglas invited her over, or really it was more Douglas than anything, and she was running out the door, and her mom was coming in the door. Old girl said, "Oh, mom, Liam will fill you in. I'll talk to you later." I'm like, "Bitch, you have no self-preservation at all. You're running out of your own place where your husband is staying home and your mama is walking in as you're walking out, and you're leaving the property, and there ain't nobody else around. You don't know who your mama is? Okay. You don't know who your mother is. All right, child. Go ahead."
But Hope thinks she's special. She thinks she's special. Her mama would never do that to her twice. She thinks she's special. She would never do that to her husband. She thinks she's special.
She did
Honey,
it to her boyfriend.
that's what you fixing to do. You fixing to get your Brooke Logan wings, girl.
Yes, she is.
So
She's
what do
about to
we?
be a member of a very special club.
I don't see anything coming of Hope and Liam.
The
Do you
who?
mean
I
Brooke and Liam?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
don't
It's
see
okay.
anything romantic coming of Brooke
Okay.
and Liam. I see them getting in cahoots and plotting and scheming on things in their way, where it's always kind of whitewashed. But I don't see them being romantic because that right there would be the stake through the heart of that lope ship.
Yes, ma'am, and it's time. It's
Hmm.
time for it. Hope it's not fucking special, Sam.
Hmm.
If Stephen, I don't care if Brooke was 85 years old and in a hover round. Her ass was still gonna take Liam for a spin. It's coming. This she fixed to put his ass on the carousel. And I don't care if it ain't nothing but a kiss. They need to got to have sex. It can be just but we are
Oh yeah.
let me go back and read y'all so I know y'all follow me. But
Mm.
um I want to get her name right because I told her if she didn't come and join the chat today, that I
Cold hearted, was it cold hearted bitch or something?
yes, girl,
Ah.
cold-hearted bitch said that her thing. I want to read it exactly. I want to read exactly what she said because the way that she put it, I was like, damn. You know what? That shit's gonna work. That shit is gonna work. Um, she basically said, because I can't find the tweet right now, but she basically said that what's gonna happen is Douglas will probably be trying to get Hope to record her voice or something saying I love you. And he'll think that it's Hope and Thomas, but it's Hope, Thomas, and Douglas, and he just showing them the stuff, and he's just gonna see Hope and Thomas, and he ain't got nobody to run to because Malibu is closed. Ain't nowhere else for him to run
Mhm.
but to the shack where Brooke will probably already be there trying to find out if Hope brought Douglas home or if he gonna run straight to the big house to tell Brooke, you're not gonna believe this. I can't believe it happened again. I can't believe that Thomas has gotten Hope and she's over there telling that guy she loves him. Like it's gonna happen because he's a dumbass
Mhm.
and he don't follow up on stuff the way he should have. If he had came through that door to follow up with what the hell is y'all doing in here when he thought that was Thomas kissing on Hope, we never would have went and slept with Steffi and we wouldn't be talking about this right now. But Liam has patterns and Brooke has patterns, and them two patterns gonna get together and make us a bastard style gingham plaid like you have never seen before. I can't wait for it. It's coming. Mm-hmm.
Now I don't know if it's gonna progress all the way to them actually having sex, but yes,
They gonna make
Liam,
it appropriate. They
Liam don't verify nothing.
no, he don't verify nothing. He don't verify nothing. But somebody's gonna have it's gonna come out. It's gonna have to happen. Hope sitting over there already thinking about Thomas telling her that she's it for him and he's a one woman man and she would never have to worry about him bouncing around between her and any other woman. Now, they did not give us all of these lines for nothing, Sam. You know that. You know they ain't got these people saying these shit for shits and giggles no more. We don't lose that many lines. Something's fixing to happen.
I think if
Something.
it
Mhm.
did happen, imagine like the epic storyline, right? Because Bridge would dump her, she lose her daughter, Bill would turn on her. Like I was saying earlier, she would lose everything and she would go into Scarlet O'Hara mode. And that's when she's like her most interesting, trying to get everything back, trying to get everybody back. It would, I mean, that'd be epic storytelling if they had the nerve to do it.
Because think about it, all of her men options are gone. This bitch is begging Bridge for kisses now. And they are married, and he still ain't got a ring on. He ain't even got on a right-handed ring. He don't want her to have no kind of doubt about where he still ain't committed back to her. He just sleeping there. He ain't wearing no ring, and all she can get out of him since New Year's is kisses.
And he doesn't even try to even be with her at any point in time. When he Ridge comes through the door, seems like he showers and changes and he's out the door. Today
Right.
Back to
he came
Mhm.
home
Taylor.
from work.
Back to Taylor.
Exactly, he came home from work. Steffi called and he was back out the door. He was not twisting Brooke's arm to come with him, and he was Taylor wasn't twisting his arm, to sit up there and be all cozy and just allowing her to fawn all over him.
Can I say
And
though that that's very much unlike Brooke not to have gone? I don't know what they're doing to Brooke, but she's so out of character lately that the only
The
thing I think can shake her up is an affair with Liam.
the same thing they're doing to Liam, because look, you saw how petulant they both were. Well, why wasn't it that I was, why don't you think it was funny I
Yes,
wasn't invited? You're the
yes.
husband, you're the wife, they get a plus one, it's a family event, you could have gone but you chose not to. You chose not to go, even though you know the woman who wants your man and that your man want is there, and you chose not to go, even after you just told your wife you wondered if Thomas was having a rekindling. But you were both saying these things and you both chose to stay home.
Right.
Look, let's
And
face
I
it.
say,
Liam knows that no Forrester likes him. He's persona non grata, really, in the Forrester
I
family.
know. And can I say how much I loved all the stank face that was at Eric's house?
What did you see that stank face, honey? It was beautiful. I love the fact that ain't nobody picking up on all this karma that's coming. Look, that it's very obvious that they laying the groundwork for hashtag Brim. Because
Mm-hmm.
first of all, how many times are we gonna see them in scenes alone? Like they in
Mhm.
cahoots, they already building up some type of foundation for them. Like it's so funny to watch. Like it is so pathetic. I'm sorry, but if I see one more person talking about something, oh yeah, it's not gonna be Liam and Brooke. It's gonna be Finn and Taylor. Excuse me, when have
Oh
you?
my God, Finn and
Girl, you
Taylor.
ain't saying such garbage.
I've been everywhere. I've been on Facebook. I've been on YouTube. I've been on Instagram. I've been everywhere.
Girl.
They
Oh,
it, they mad because they see the brim. They see the brim coming
Mm-hmm.
too.
She's right.
It's
She's
not.
absolutely right.
You don't see no scenes with Taylor with and Finn alone in the
no, you
by
don't. Not
themselves.
one.
Not one.
Not a
You
single
can't do a
one.
one scene where they in a scene by themselves and they in cahoots talking about some shit that they
And,
ain't got no business talking about.
And
if
not
Child,
only
anything,
is that,
Taylor stay walking up on Steffi and Finn, kiss it.
and look, not only is an affair on brand for Brooke, it's also on brand for Liam. He haven't had one in a while. It's time.
Yeah. And the gates to Malibu are closed, nice and shut and occupied. So he can't go be an insecure little man bitch in Malibu, but he can in Beverly Hills.
I
Mm-hmm.
love for it to come out talking about something. Oh, so that's why every time we are intimate or we alone, you come busting in the door, mother. That's why, because you have a thing for my husband. I want all this to come out. I want all this
Ooh, I
nasty.
might have to take the day off whenever that happens.
but listen, I'm gonna take y'all all the way back to the pool party. I'm gonna take you back to the pool party when Liam was already in the house with his shirt off with Hope and wasn't no problem. And then Brooke walked in the door and Hope cut her eyes at Liam and he put his shirt on pretty damn fast.
Yes, honey. Because all this gonna come. It gotta come out that these two been in cahoots to bring Hope down. She gonna see it like, oh, y'all don't never respect me. You know, you don't value my opinion as an adult. You guys always been pointing me in the wrong direction. I want all of this shit to come out. It's gonna be good, y'all. Ooh.
Well,
And they
part of
gotta do something too, because Brooke is out here looking all dowdy and born and matronly next to Taylor, so they gotta do something to make her look like the sexy sex symbol again. So here come Liam.
A different corner of the damn wardrobe department because they really are trying to dress her like she's Stephanie, and it's not working because that's
which is weird because KKL is a bomb. So it's like y'all just you're right. They're doubting
You know
her
what?
up.
I can't remember the last
She
time I
trying-
saw the legs.
They trying to make her look like Jackie M, in my opinion. They trying to get her that kind of a older, like she got her clothes from the Chanel collection, and she get from 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 Jill. Like it's just like she just St. John and up way too much, and
Yeah, but that's not Brooke though. That's the
not
thing.
Brooke's image exactly. They're giving her Jackie M image.
Well, you know what?
It's Jackie M and Owen, honey. This is Jackie M and Owen.
But Jackie was sexy, girl. I felt like Jackie was sexy. We saw Jackie M's legs. I can't
But
tell
Brooke is sexy too. Brooke, look, Brooke is that old kitten, honey. She got that old sex kitten vibe to her, supposedly, right?
I agree. But what I'm saying is, where is her fucking sex appeal at? I ain't seen I ain't seen her leg. I mean, I know she broke her ankle, so that's why we have
right.
prior to her breaking her ankle. When's the last time you remember seeing Brooke's leg?
Well, you're about to see it real soon.
When she was down walking down them stairs, trying to answer the phone because she was drunk and she thought Ridge was coming home, and he told her, "No, it ran late." That's the last time we seen her looking all sexy because she was in her lingerie.
Right, she was in the long lingerie. She don't even wear short lingerie. She wear old lady lingerie, maxi dress lingerie, all the way down to the floor. Her lingerie could stop at her knees. Her ankles. She got a full ass peignoir set. It's 1975, and she just sat here and channeled the ghost of Catherine Sterling Chancellor.
No, you did say Catherine Chancellor. Oh my God.
Which is very out of character for the character. Now, of course, we understand. Of course, they made modifications because of what happened with KKL ankle and with her leg and everything. We get that, but it's like about a tonal change. It's like they've changed the tone of Brooke's wardrobe.
Yeah, I think it's on purpose too because they're trying to make Taylor younger and make Brooke older on purpose, and it's a reason. I just can't put my finger on it yet. Like it's a reason why they trying to matron her up and trying to make Taylor just young and fresh, and everybody picking up on it. And I'm telling you, them Hoganites, they is pissed about it.
I don't know if they're doing that on purpose. I really think that's Krista and what she's bringing to the role.
Yeah.
I think
if they had their way, Taylor would still be a nut.
I think yeah, that's obvious too. That's true too. But at the same time, I think it's on purpose too because they're accepting her doing the things that she's doing. Like, she has a lot of free reign. You know what I'm saying? So they're giving her a lot of free reign on purpose. Like, okay, great. This is the energy that we wanted. Great. Why do they want that? That's what I'm saying. Like, I want to know why. Because
the show needs Taylor. Born the Beautiful is not Born the Beautiful without Taylor.
You're right about that.
That's
you ain't
what
gonna get
William
no
Bell
play
said.
Hey, now I want to go back to something that SB Writer said over in the YouTube chat because this makes the most sense. Is that what's going to end up happening is Douglas is going to be playing a trick on Liam, and they're going to misunderstand. Everybody's going to break up. Then they're gonna she says Brim's oops sex will happen because of Douglas pranking Liam with the voice app. It'll break up Lope and Bridge. The prank will be revealed. Then Brooke and Lane will win Ridge and Hope back because it was a mistake. Now I can see that happening, and I can see somebody finding out that Douglas played the prank and not coming forward with the truth immediately, so they can draw this out and then have somebody else besides the child to blame. I just hope Thomas ain't the one who finds out first and
I
keeps.
think you're very right about that because I think that the clue it was very much hidden today, and we picked it out instantly. They're going to use this Kevin McAllister type of toy and AK app, and they're going to make it where Douglas is going to try to do a parent trap himself because
Yeah, I
Hope.
don't think it's going to be an accident. I think he's going to do it on purpose.
That's what I'm saying. He's doing it. He's doing this because Hope has not pulled through on her promise to Douglas. Now, Thomas is not the only one who said promises to this child. Hope promised this child the same thing that Thomas was saying, that they're going to be a family. And Liam is in the way of the family. Every time Liam goes away or Liam's not in the picture, he tries to put his dad in the picture. And when Liam got locked up, that's the first thing came out of Douglas' mouth. Well, can my dad come? Well, where's my dad? So I'm gonna need y'all to know that is going to be the callous. I think a lot of this child's trying to get his parents, quote unquote, together.
A parent trap with an actual child. I'll be damned.
Exactly,
That would
which
be.
is needed.
I hope he gets Kelly to help him too.
Ooh. Hold on, Kelly,
Because you
Kelly,
know,
and Beth.
I put this in my notes. Y'all know they gonna hate me, but I don't care. Why is Hayes bigger than Beth?
Ooh,
You saw that shit, eh?
You
I don't know, but I'm glad they finally got a baby that looks happy to be there.
It would have been you to bring that up, Bubbles.
Why? But I'm not finished. I'm gonna give all the kids equal time. Why they got Douglas sitting over here looking like Hope cuts his hair with the Flowbee? I need him to go to the dude, the barber that has all the videos everywhere where he kept that what's his somebody Lewis Calvin, whatever. I need them to take Douglas to that man to get his fresh ass haircut because he's a Forrester. He don't need to look like he been living in a shed and his mama cut his hair no more. He don't need to look like he been homeschooled and don't get no life. It's time for them to take that baby to the beach, a little bit of color. Take him over there to Mr. Calvin and let Mr. Calvin put some lines on that baby's head.
Okay, he need a high taper and he needs his fade done up right.
Oh, he need his fade on point. Let me show y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna show y'all what Douglas needs. Let me find this video. I'm gonna show y'all the kind of enlightening and that we need for Douglas, and I'm fixing to see if the show can't go on ahead and get this man over here because y'all go ahead. It's gonna take me a minute to find this video. Talk amongst yourselves.
No, you didn't.
Did you guys hear about the spoilers about Marcus coming back?
Yes, I saw that.
I heard somebody talking about it, but I thought that was speculation.
Who?
I don't
Marcus
know.
Forrester.
Yes,
Rosie
Texas battle. You know what? So who said that?
I just saw it online.
I saw it on Twitter this morning that it was on one of the soap pages. It said I think he's a Nigerian actor and he's supposed to be taking over the role of Marcus Forrester. Supposedly, now this is not from like Bold and the Beautiful. This is not them putting this out there. This is not soap net. I think this is one of the soap speculation pages that put that out.
Okay, a dirty laundry page. Okay,
right.
Okay.
But that's my thing. Why would they want to bring Marcus back? For what reason? Without Rosie, without Daisy? Hey, where's Amber? No, don't just bring Marcus back.
but he's Carter's brother, right?
He indeed is Carter's brother.
Yes, he's Carter's brother, and he's also Donna's son.
You know what? I have a
Let's
feeling
see
they're gonna
something.
kill
Use
off
Justin's son,
Quinn.
but Justin's off screen too. Jennifer Garris is on recurring. I mean,
Right.
they using the voice app for Donna today.
She
I
sure
mean,
did.
so
I have a
yeah,
feeling they're
that
gonna
dirty
kill off
laundry page
Quinn.
is probably just like you said, speculation, and I because I
Oh,
would
I
love to
see.
take
It's
I think they're gonna
wishful.
kill off
Okay,
Quinn
I
and bring
found
him
it.
back for more support. That's what I think.
Okay, no, I found it. It's wishful casting.
Oh, okay.
Casey Hutch was talking about characters, basically characters who need to be on screen, and if we can't get the original portrayer, who we would be doing for wishful casting. And he suggested one of the actors who was on Dynasty. So I think that soap page might have took that and ran with it.
yeah, they can take that and run with it.
Are we
Um,
gonna get into this? Are we, since we brought this up about Hayes? Can we get into this spoiler picture, because SB writing and put it up in there, and I need to talk about this because I
About
predicted
Sheila
this how
ass.
many months ago? I predicted this about 5 months ago about this baby getting kidnapped by his grandmama. And I'm gonna need you to know, if I see this damn cactus in this bed, I'm gonna write Bell personally, bruh. Where my right? Where
My
my
money.
bragging rights?
Remember my coin, sir.
Okay.
Queen,
Mm,
sir,
mm,
queen,
mm.
queen, sir, queen, my queen, sir,
I need I
queen.
need to be in the credits or something. Look, a consultant or something.
Some kind of residual something. Damn.
Something.
You
But
better
that
work
is
my
so
name
funny.
into the. You better work my name into the damn dialogue. Is what you better damn do.
But
And then,
what I didn't, I did say she was gonna probably be dressed up like in a some type of disguise, and they showed her in that red mask, that red hair, and that mask.
honey,
Now
she's
I do.
being Lena.
Now what I think is, I do think it's a bit early for her to snatch him because it ain't sweeps yet, is it?
No, no, the new season starts in September though, the end of this
Right,
month. So
right,
I mean, Sweeps is supposed to be in November, right?
right. I would have thought if she's going to kidnap Hayes, I would have thought that would have been a sweeps event.
I think it's going to happen before then. I think that if they do it before, they can get Hayes reunited with his family by Sweeps. See, that's what I was saying. Like, if they go ahead and go and get this baby now, snatched up by Grandma Lena, get the baby snatched up, they can go ahead and have Sweeps done up, and by Christmas, everybody be joyful and on one accord again.
Ooh,
I know this much. If Sheila snatch that child and take it back to Deacon apartment, I'ma just fall out on the floor laughing because I'm gonna be like, "Really, Deacon? The cookie that good? You holding a fugitive and now you hiding a kidnapped child? Are you that? Or is the cookie that good?"
no,
You know, you know where I think she would take him? I
y'all.
think she would take him to Big Bear, because you can't hide a screaming, hollering baby over a restaurant.
But Hayes is a good baby. This Hayes is a good baby. So I don't think
He's
he
a
would.
good baby. Yeah, he a good baby because he know these people. He don't know Lena.
You
He
don't know.
don't know Lena. Lena going and Lena got a short fuse. You know, after so long with so many cries, Sheila gonna pop out and gonna be impatient with all. Why do you keep crying? I give you everything you want.
Right, because you know she ain't good with stress.
Mm-mm.
She ain't all that great with stress. That baby gonna be crying, and she gonna be just like Taylor was when Jack wouldn't stop crying. Um,
Yeah.
Drinking. Girl, Sheila done built herself she fixed to build herself a family with Deacon. She gonna take the baby and she gonna expect for her and Deacon and Hayes to live happily ever after.
You
She,
right.
Lord, that's just
Right. I
flat
can
out
see it.
crazy shit.
I can see it.
Sheila is fixing to damn puzzle piece herself a family.
Yes, honey. Because she can't get Finn. That's her baby. She can't get him, so she gotta resort to the next one in line.
Mm, Deacon
Terrible.
better take that baby and run for his life if it come to that.
Do you guys are you guys enjoying how much Deacon has picked up Mike's slack, and that he's going to be the reason why that Sheila's back up in Sin's life?
I
I am
sure do.
loving it.
I sure.
Yes.
I
Yeah, we were talking about it last night. Deacon is in so deep, the quicksand is on up to his chin and he don't even know it.
love and he don't look like he care.
Mm.
You know he don't care. He getting that goody goody cookie cookie. Where is Sam at? Because it takes Sam to talk about that goody goody cookie cookie.
She love her she cone.
Sam, we can't hear you if you talking, honey. Did you fall asleep on us? Her phone is probably off. Turn your phone screen on. She'll come back in a little bit.
She did sound like she was a little sleepy when she was talking about the speculation markets.
But yes, this is about to be a whole mess on multiple fronts. Because another thing that, well, first of all, also a small thing, but I'm glad Zende finally made it to family dinner.
Okay, that's what I
It took
said.
long enough.
And Sam didn't mention that either.
Oh,
Sam
because
definitely sleep.
yeah, she might have fell asleep because it
No,
bothered
no,
her
I'm right
too.
here. I'm right here.
Oh, you
You
hear me?
sure? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Did
Because
you
she
see
might have fell
that?
asleep on us.
No, no, I'm here. I'm just listening to everybody. I was very happy to see my Zende today. He was very handsome and dashing and charming as usual.
Did you see him get that big old bear hug? That
From
honey
Eric.
bear hug from Eric and
Oh
kiss him on
yes.
the head.
It was fantastic.
I
It
said the
was
same thing. I said it's about damn time.
That's right, because that's
He gets some
Kristen's
grandpa
only son.
attention.
Kristen doesn't have any other children, just Zende, just the son she adopted. And
Yeah.
so he needs to be recognized as a Forrester on all fronts and on all occasions. And I
All
still am waiting on my Zende story. I want a Zende centric story, hands down, flat out. That's what I want.
Now now that you brought that up, Sam, interesting that you said that. I think that is exactly what's going to happen. I think that's why they're stringing along the Zende character, because now that they don't have Quinn on script anymore, Carter has to have some type of, partner, angst, or anything in the storyline. So, do you think? Do you think this baby mama drama finna start coming out now?
I wonder because you know why? If I'm not mistaken, isn't I almost feel like is Diamond White even still on contract?
I don't know. That's
I
what I
don't
said,
know.
because she got a whole nother show. She was
I didn't know even know she had another show, but they don't do long contracts, and I feel like she's
Didn't
been around. She was around. She came on the scene right after Tanner, right? Yeah,
yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
really
yeah.
banking on seeing a lot of Diamond White coming forward, going forward.
I'm thinking
what
that maybe Zoe it may come back. I'm
didn't
not
they
saying it may be Brown. I don't know if it's gonna be K Brown coming back, but the
wasn't
character.
what didn't Zende say something about having a hot date and that's
Yes,
why he
that
missed
is
dinner?
correct.
Yes, he
Steffi
did.
said that granddad told her that Zende was on a hot date the last family dinner.
Yep. Yep.
But she didn't say Paris. You see that?
Mm-mm.
That's what I mean. There was no even mention of Paris today.
Yeah,
I
that's what
feel
kind
like
of stuck out to me too.
yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like Diamond's probably no longer on contract.
Right. And the new season starts on the 26th of this month. So I don't hear about anybody having any contracts being re-signed. Have you guys?
But they usually, usually you can tell about around the time they come on the scene. So I knew I was watching for when Tanner's 2 years came up. I was
Right.
watching for it. And when he got shot April 1st, that's why I was so livid because I knew his first day was like June. So
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wow, this is messed up. Diamond came shortly thereafter. Tanner. It was in 2020.
You right.
Probably right around now time. Later than Finn because Finn came in June. And yeah, so Diamond, I just don't know about Diamond. I feel like we probably won't be seeing any stories centered around Paris.
Right.
Well, she was not in the fall preview.
Did you
So
see
yeah,
that too?
Yeah,
I didn't
I
know
just
that
did.
about the preview.
Carter was in the fall preview. I saw that distinctly, but
Mhm.
I did not see anything about Paris.
Are you
Which,
sure? Because I remember reading something about Zende designing something with Paris as
oh
her
wait, no,
muse.
you're right. You're right. I'm wrong. They said that Paris would be his muse or something. So yeah,
Um,
I'm wrong. Forget it. Forget it. I'm
okay,
confused.
so it's gonna be Paris the act, well, the character or the city. I don't know. Okay, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they meant the character. If they was talking about the city, that's some crazy shit.
So yeah, I really don't I don't have any strong feelings toward Paris right now, one way or the other. So if she is around, I mean, I wouldn't mind if she was, in the story, of course, was Zendaya. I just needed to be Zendaya focused. I just need his point of view. I really feel like we lack in that. As viewers, we just don't get some of the things that we are entitled to. And I think we should have been getting perspective from Zende all this time. I
Mhm.
mean, all the way
Instead of
from
having him pop
Lee
out
and
like a
Finn,
jackrabbit.
exactly. All the way back from Lee and Finn, Sheila and Finn, now Douglas and Thomas, and Hope and Douglas. I mean, we should be hearing from Zende more often.
You're
I
right.
think we're being robbed of Zende. And whoever's coming back, I hope it's more to do with Zende. We don't need any additional people to prop the current storylines. Um,
They don't know what to do with Zendaya. They
That too.
let me to be honest, they don't ever know what to do with characters of color. Whether it's Zendaya, Paris, Grace, Zoe, Maya, Nicole, Sasha, Julius. What the hell was their mama's name? Vivian, Marcus, Justin, Lizzie, Rosie, Gabby,
Days.
Hector, Caitlin, the officer, deputy, the cop, can't think of his name right now. They ain't
Baker.
Lee. They ain't never wrote right for nobody that's got a taint of melanin. They don't know what to do with them. They
And
don't.
I don't like that. I don't know why is there such a big difference. What is the big color line difference in writing of somebody? That should not be a big difference. We want to see everybody go through the same crazy rich people problem. I mean, it's just
But they experience is different. They even black rich people ain't the same as rich people. They just don't have the funds to pull anything from for us. They
it's
could
laziness.
shit on hair in fashion since that's the thing now about black women wearing natural hair. We could have got a summer PSA about that shit, but they don't know how to do nothing for us.
It's just lazy. It's just lazy. It's like you just do
yeah,
not give a damn. You just do not care to do the research to bring in the staffing. Like it's just laziness. I can't call it any other way.
It
they
absolutely
just lazy.
it
It's a choice.
absolutely is. Oh, y'all, I found the video that I was looking for. I hope it's a video. Oh, it is. So if I can get it, I'm going to try to hold on. I wanted to play from the beginning for y'all. This is the transformation that I want for our young Douglas. Once they get him out this fucking shed, um, and they get a real barber for him and stop letting Hope cut his hair with the flow bee. This little boy right here, y'all. I don't even know if I don't even
I
know what I have
see this.
found. Have you seen this? Look
Yeah,
at you guys.
see him.
Some of you haven't seen this.
at my school.
See what you think about it, okay?
Look at his little hair.
Yeah.
I can't wait to be at school.
Oh, man, just look at it.
Girl looking at him.
He ready, y'all.
But
Look how he started out. Just shaggy. He ready now. Can we do that for Douglas? Can
Okay.
we? Because right now he looks like it's time for him to move from the shed. They ain't even giving this boy good personal care. They bathing him and giving him clean clothes, but
They
this
taking him out back and washing him up in that tin bucket.
Douglas's hair is growing and Beth ain't. That's all I'm
No.
saying.
Oh, you know what? I had a thought about Beth. What do you guys think about this? Beth is in the same situation Hope is in. She's the only non-Forrester kid sort of in this group. And I'm wondering if that's why they fighting so hard to like try to make her so relevant to Douglas, like his baby, because they want her to be kind of Forrester adjacent with two Forrester siblings.
But they don't understand the importance of the Forrester name. But they stay trying to get it. And you might have something there. You might have something there. But since they related and they'll never be in a love triangle anyway, it don't even matter at this point.
And see that's also something to point out. Like there's also the Spencer clan. Like when she's a whole Spencer, right? Supposedly. What's so hard with having her be because we don't see Will. So we barely see Beth, but we see Beth way more than we see Will. So how come she can't be the next generation Spencer? Right along with, I hate to say it, but Kelly too. You know what I mean? I just don't know what's the big deal,
Because
right?
the
It's supposed to be
Logans
what's the big
have
deal.
the Logans have assimilated the Spencers. That's what
Yeah, right.
happened. They're the Borg. The Logans are the Borg of the Bold in the Bold in the Beautiful universe. They have assimilated them.
Resistance is few. Once
Well,
Brooke
they tried to do it with the Forresters, but Steffi and Stephanie, they stopped that.
Well,
You will be assimilated.
that's because the Forsters have women. You know, if the Spencers had women, if Caroline didn't get killed off, then well, no, I wouldn't even say Caroline because Caroline and Hope were like besties. So yeah, it's they got sucked up into the Hogan shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not to mention,
friends.
not
Somebody said that, but I didn't feel like they were best friends. I felt
they
like
kind of tolerated each other, but that was it. They didn't hate each other or anything, but I didn't think they was like like
The
friends,
reason
like
why
besties or anything.
the reason
they
why
didn't
I
feel
said
like
that
promise.
the reason why I said they were besties was because the last time that they really were like in a scene and multiple scenes together and stuff like that was when Caroline got Rick to confess about what happened in Aspen, and so that's what sent Hope on her golf expedition with this up at Bill's house. So my whole thing was after that they never really had any big scenes together where they were in big dialogue. They were like always hi buddy buddy and everything and like that and this that and the third. Even when she got pregnant with Douglas, Hope was nowhere around. So it was like the last time that they were like really in a scene together, they made it a point to show them as being friends. So she took the place of Allie, in my opinion. Like when Allie was going crazy about pushing the message that Hope was all about this and all about that, here come Caroline with the same shit, believing it. Oh well, Hope is this and she believed this message. You should do this and you should do this. Rick be like that. That's why I said that.
Mhm. Cuz that's the thing. Is that when you look at it on the surface, you look at how the Spencer started when it was just Bill when he showed up, okay? But then they gave him two sons who he didn't raise, and they let him have one child on screen, okay? The child he had on screen was for a Logan, so that's one. Both of his sons are hooked up with Logans, that's two.
Mm-hmm.
Liam then sat up here and had two children, one with the Logan and one with a Forrester. So there you go. Then you look at Caroline. She has a child with a Forrester, but the child's currently being raised by a Logan. That's five. So and not to mention the fact that Bill still act like he would drink Brooke's dirty bathwater. So, as Bubbles would say. So when I say assimilated, that's what I mean. It's like there is not a corner of the Spencer universe, unless you count Karen and Danny in freaking New York, that the Logans have not gotten their claws into quite firmly.
And great grandpa Bill, because he never got assimilated by
Nope.
Nan Hogan. But
Nope.
People.
and that is what I could say. Like after they got rid of the original Bill and Taylor's dad, They got rid of like all of the men who were not like on the Hogan side, because those are like the two standouts. Jack and Bill were the ones that were against the Hogans from day one.
You right about that.
That Massimo, he ain't had no patience for their asses either.
Show didn't. You right about that? Because first of all, you ain't gonna come hurting his Stephanie for nobody.
So so I find that very interesting. Also, I just wanted to comment on the fact that poor Thomas. Thomas was like, "Oh yeah, I invited Hope over," and his whole family was like, "Oh really?"
Oh my God, that was
Stephanie
so
was just
funny.
like, "You did warn us," and Taylor was like, "Uh-huh," and Rich was like, "Oh Lord."
That was so hilarious. That was hilarious to me. I
It
love
was.
Stephanie. Stephanie
It was.
brought out her Douglas side so good today, honey. With the drag, talking about, yeah, honey, he warned us.
Yeah, he was.
And the reason I liked it is because it is on key for what actually happens at family gatherings. When
Yes,
somebody tells you, "I've done invited XYZ up in here," and you like, "Why? You know we don't like that."
yes,
Listen,
yes. You right
I
about
did
that,
not
darling.
appreciate
You
the
right.
fact that
Yes.
listen. That scene right there is about as black as this show is gonna get, because them dagger Stephanie was throwing, and then Taylor looked at her like, "Girl, stop being your grandmama up in here. Damn, we trying to have this girl. Come on in and sit down." She joking. She don't mean.
Did y'all peek how she looked at Finn after she said that? Like, what?
Yeah.
It was, I know, her eyebrows went up and Phil was just looking. I know between today's scene and what happened at the restaurant with Deacon and Bill, Finn as a, newcomer is like, I ain't never seen people who dislike each other so much be married up in the same families and have to stay dealing with each other. Damn.
These people hate each other.
Oh my God!
She
Like,
like, Lord, let me go eat my sandwich and be quiet.
She was like, "Yeah,
oh,
baby, you don't know how it works yet. Just sit here and be cute. You don't know. You don't know. This bitch been doing this."
can I say something about what I'm looking up in the comments? They talking about Billy ain't happening. Amaya and who is that?
I mean, Brim or Brellum or whatever the hell it is we calling that mess.
Billy. No, Billy. Bill and Lee. They saying in the comments that they don't think Billy is happening, and I think they are still on. Like, they just haven't got to it yet.
That's the thing. Part of it is this: is that I won't say that it's not happening, but the thing is that the show is. We do have Lee coming up sometime. I want to say this week. I want to say the 9th or something. So I guess part of it depends on if they're going to pivot to make that an actual story. Part of their problem on Bold is timing. They get the summertime. Sometimes their timing is for shit. And the thing is that Bill and Lee had a nice little a nice little run that you could have built on, stemming from him having saved her and then him going find Finn and taking Finn to Italy to Monaco to be reunited with Steffi and them,
right,
and whatnot. And then she stopped by his house to see him and tell him and tell him about Sheila and all this other stuff. So they had a nice little rapport that was building up. What I did not care for, though, was that missed opportunities. Why the hell did Bill show up at the restaurant after Lee left at the Olive Garden? That was I consider that a misconnection.
I think it's a drag. I think it's a scene that's going to happen later. It doesn't have to happen now, because you got to remember, Katie is coming back, right? So they only put in the spoiler that she's coming back to talk about Hope's situation with Thomas and Douglas. But you guys know she gonna go peek around the corner and she gonna go knock on that door, and Lee gonna be in the house. Lee gonna be like, "Hey, how are you? I'm sorry. Isn't this still Bill's house? Oh yeah, hi. I'm Lee Finnegan, and you are, and it's finna be a real pussy war, if you ask me."
Well, that's the thing. That's gonna be the telling point if they're going to try to make Lee and Bill a thing. If Katie starts showing up more, but that issue doesn't crop up, then I would be inclined to think that they're not gonna try anything with Bill and Lee. Because if they don't, then that's just like there's no tension in the story then.
Right.
Because
And that's
there's no one else in all of LA who could conceivably have a problem with them, except for maybe Katie, who's not quite sure what the hell she wants.
hmm
Other than that, everybody else, nobody else would care.
But you
Um,
know what? You know who else might care? A sudden broken hearted Brooke who's going to get left by Rich. I mean, those are the two options. Those are the two options who would bring some type of angst in hashtag Billy's relationship. And
See, but that's the thing. They'd be spreading Brooke. They can't do both for Brooke. They can't stick her in the middle of Hope's relationship to screw things up with Lope and with Bill. Like they can't do both of them. They're gonna have to pick a lane.
yes, they can.
I was
Oh,
Not at the
yes, they
same
can. They did
not
it
at the
before.
same time.
They
yes,
did it before. They did it before.
ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
they can. They can spread her thin as she can be spread.
and seeing this miracle will.
Okay. Yes, they can. Because she been putting her nose and her toes in everybody else's business. So it's damn about time that she go ahead and get spread thin. Spread them like Three
I
Stooges.
mean, okay, let me put it this way. Can they do it theoretically? Yes. Are they setting her up to do it? No, because
Yes,
her and Bill ain't had 5 words to say to each other in recent times. Like,
fact.
they're not in each other's atmosphere at all. Plus, they already got her and Ridge and Taylor with their mess. So I just don't see them having. That's like trying to put Brooke in 3 separate stories at the same time. I just don't see them doing that much with her. Not like that. Not as the same, not as like a romantic foe slash disapproving person between Tridge and Billy, and then being a mess with Lope. That's a bit much.
Well,
All at the same time, though.
I think the mess with Hope could drive her to Bill because Bridge ain't gonna want to listen to her. Who else is gonna listen to her sit there and cry out of one eye? She'll go to Bill and try to explain because he's still sympathetic towards her. And then when he finds out what it is, he's gonna be like, "Yeah, no, sis, I don't know about that. You're gonna have to take that one tear back to the house. I'm gonna have to think about it because I'm not trying to do this right."
And you know what? She could actually get rejected by Bill.
Yes, that's
Because we are talking about a brand new Bill. So
yes.
Bill is really changing his character, with the add of Lee in it. So I'ma think that she may try that avenue because that's like one of her avenues, just like going to Eric is, and she just may get denied by Bill.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. She'll fuck up with Liam and think, well, Bill understands me. Bill said he would always love it. Bill never judged me. Bill
Mhm.
never judged her. That was the thing. She could be herself because Bill understood her heart. Bill let me be me. So she gonna run over there with that one tear with Bill talking about how she made a mistake again, and he gonna be like, they warned me about you, and I guess I'm just waking the fuck up. He's not going to be there to comfort her and her one tear. She probably gonna end up
Mhm.
drinking again.
Mhm.
And she can't go sniffing around Deacon because she'll go shut that shit down. Deacon is busy, ma'am. He ain't got time for you and your tears. Go find a bottle or one of your other in-laws. But
You know what would be so funny? Is that it be the reason why they had that whole freaking 35th anniversary all centered around her, just for her to lose all of them in the same damn storyline.
that's
She
what
can't go to Eric. She can't go to Bill. She sure the hell can't find Nick. She can't go. She can't go to
Mm-mm.
nobody.
I
I
don't
would
think
love it.
I don't know how many 8 balls Brad Bell would have to do to write that, but no, he not. They ain't gonna take her. They ain't gonna take the entire bench away. Not like that. One, because there's got to be controversy for it. Like I said, I can't say that Amaya and them are wrong about Billy, But the problem is that they're not building on the momentum that they set up with the whole Monaco storyline. Because and the thing is, it's the same mistake they made with Paris and Zende. If they come back and try to do Bill Lee by Christmas time, ain't nobody gonna give a shit about it. Because
Yeah,
they're gonna be the
fact,
miss their window of opportunity.
yeah,
And the show is good for that shit, which gets
yeah,
on my nerves.
yeah. I agree with that. They got to act on it now because the storylines is still fresh with him, being a heavy participant in how Sin got back together, and that's why I think that they are going to build off of it because they have put him in the fall preview. You
I
know,
hope so.
yeah, that would be ideal. That would be ideal. I'm with you, darling.
Well, I really hope so, because if they're gonna do it, they best roll up with it in the shortly, because the whole thing that's the whole thing that torpedoed Paris and Zindi. Them taking that month break where they had her acting stupid over Finn for no reason, and then just trashed the whole thing and acted like it never happened.
Hmm.
That them moving her into Steffi's house for no reason that made sense, that killed the momentum between Paris and Zendaya. Because before that, I thought they were a cute couple. I was like, okay, she's kind of naive and
Right.
starry eyed and shit, and he's enjoying his ego's enjoying all of this and whatnot. So they kind of cute. They kind of cute. But then when they stuck her at Steffi's house with all this fantasizing bullshit, it's like, oh Lord, this girl thirsty. She ain't
Yeah,
really
they
into
jumped the
Zendaya
shark.
like that.
Mm-hmm. Went left with that one.
Yeah, and I never really supported the relationship after that because it felt kind of, flat. Then with Lee, I really do need them to pick up the pace with trying to integrate her more into the canvas. Like, no, I know we ain't gonna see Lee every day. I know it's not like that. But I mean, we're gonna have to do so. I don't know if they're gonna invite her over to the Forrester mansion for this dinner party or not or what. But we're gonna have to do something better than once every 2 weeks.
Y'all know Metsuda probably out here doing a movie or something. These people not
True.
waiting around to get their damn bills paid when they not. She still ain't on contract, and she was Emmy nominated.
True that. True that.
So they and Ted was Emmy nominated and won. So he won, right? Yeah. So they and we ain't even seen him. So he probably somewhere working on something else. I can't imagine he just sitting at the house, twirling his thumbs and staring at his Emmy and his letter to let him know he got nominated for an Emmy and just thinking, wow, that was fun. That was a quick, fun little gig. He's probably out here somewhere making so more money, and so is Naomi. Why would they? I mean, she was just in that money train with Brad Pitt. These people's not trying to sit wait on nobody's show to call them. Um,
I don't blame them. Nor should they, because it's actually a complete weight, and that's the other thing that's gonna get on my nerves to the end of the world is that as happy as I am to have Finn back, and my little Sin and my little Cinnabons is having all this good family togetherness time and all this other stuff. The longer, if the intention is for Jack to come back, the longer they wait for him to show his face in LA, the worse it gets.
Look, she
So
just
indeed.
finished the movie. She just finished the movie, so she's working.
Good for her.
A TV movie called Doctor Chocolate, not Doctor Chocolate. Oh my God, it's called Chocolate, and she plays Doctor Griffin. So this is probably coming out, or it looks like it's already come out because it's got a popularity thing. But she is in it, and it's about a code when a co-worker goes postal, but packages still need to be delivered. Mail carrier Ashland's life changes after a homeowner on his mail route gives him the recipe for the next big drug. Okay, then, and she
No,
plays the doctor in this.
who's in this?
Naomi Matsuda, honey.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay.
I'm trying to see if I know anybody else that's in this with her. I don't recognize any of these other people. Dante Bosco, Bruce Davison. He looks a little familiar. Roger, Gunniver Smith, Doris Morgado, Nancy Daly, James Dumont, Qte Yeska, Shireen Crutchfield, Cy Richardson, Daniel Thiel, Veronica Bozeman, Rose Day Stewart, Ian O'Brien, Jeff Faringa, Quincy Samuel Smith, who is the lead, and Angelica Robinson. I'm going to put this on my list of stuff to watch when it comes out. This is new, so I don't even know if it's been assigned to a network or anything, but it's
Can
gonna.
you send me a reminder, Bubbles? Because I want to watch it too.
I don't know.
I want to support her movie.
I don't know how to do that. I was gonna put it on my phone. Click on the calendar.
I'm talking
Oh,
about
I
tell
can
me,
share
like,
it.
send me a message. I'm talking about you can send me a message.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna copy the link. And I'm going to tweet out so that everybody who's listening
Mm-hmm.
opportunity to see it. And
That's
then you guys can share it from there. Because if I just send it to you, then everybody gonna be in my DMs looking for this link. So
Cool.
let me share the wealth. Not the wealth, the wealth.
them. Facts. Hey, Lumi's in the comments.
Oh, hey, Lumi. Let me pop over to the comments. Let's see. The 9th is on Saturday, dog. Oh, I'm sorry, Queen Libra. I have no sense of time. Labor Day completely effed up my entire sense of time for this week.
Ooh, you ain't the only one.
I
I
have
have so many comments, so many posts on my Facebook about people that forgot to take out their trash bin the wrong day, and everybody mail system messed up. Yeah.
I'm complete. I'm on a whole different time scale. I know it's Wednesday, but my head is telling me it's still Tuesday. So yeah, I'm not surprised I got the day wrong. Now, what I want now something I want to talk about that's very important here. And the thing is that Sam, did you put a hex on Amelia? Tell us the truth.
I hope so.
I told y'all she was over there Tabitha Brown in Amelia.
I
Did you
certainly hope so.
did you
I'm
put
a
a hex
need.
on
Yep.
poor Amelia?
Hmm.
What happened? What Sam say?
Last night there was discussion about how Sheila was going to ease her way back into Finn's life. So there are two theories. My theory was that she was going to try to take the job as Taylor's assistant.
Right.
Sam's theory was that Sheila is going to off Amelia and try to get the nanny job.
That's
Mm-hmm.
my hope. That's my hope anyway. I want Sheila to violently put an end to Amelia so that she can put her next plan and so she can go on ahead and make that next move to
Not
be
violently.
a part of Hayes's life.
Why I gotta be so violent, Sam?
I don't know why. I just it has to be violent because it's Sheila. It's Sheila Carter, so it has to
Well,
be violent. I mean, I'm imagining Sheila standing, you know, you know, you know, just walking in on Amelia at the gym or something and just, you know, in the shower and just reach her hand up there and just knock her in the head with something violently and get away with it because it's Sheila. It's Sheila.
you
It
know
has
I
what?
to be
mean, but
Sheila's.
I think it's gonna have something to do with Amelia, but I don't think they're gonna kill her because Amelia is the new Catherine. I don't think they're gonna get rid of her like that. I
somebody
think
got to watch all these damn churns.
she might she might be going on vacation, family death or something, and she needs somebody to step in, and the agency, quote unquote, is gonna send Lena.
What I said last night. What did I say last night? That is word for word what I said last night.
It
That's
is.
about word
I
for
mean,
word
I
what I
feel like
Well,
Amelia's life can't be cut short. She one of the few credible women who was trying to get that action from Thomas once upon a
Yeah.
time.
sure was. And I almost
Hmm.
got it
I
if he hadn't had a brain problem.
shoot, I feel sorry for poor Amelia. She one of the few women who not a Forrester who got good taste. She was like,
I feel
oh. Thomas, you want to spend more time with me? Oh, I'll bring Douglas wherever you need me to bring him.
like,
Hmm.
okay.
Shoot.
No, that's right.
Poor Amelia. I'm like, damn. I mean, I'm with Bubbles on this one. Okay, I could get with some manipulative crap where Amelia, ends up going to see her mom in Boise or some like that or whatever, and she needs a temporary replacement. I just don't want her dropping the girl off the cliff or nothing, which is kind of
Yeah,
something Sheila would totally do.
Yeah, I
yeah.
want Sheila to do something. I mean, Sheila is not done. She's here now and she's lulling. She's going to build until she explodes again. And I want that explosion to be mighty. I need it to be. I need Sheila. I need Sheila to give me everything I need. Sheila and Deacon are so far delivering for me. Sheila and Deacon are delivering for me in every single scene. I love this. I love everything about Sheila and Deacon. Um,
Well, they're going to continue to deliver because Deacon he's here to try to, I guess, corral Sheila a bit, not realizing that Sheila is not controllable.
Mhm.
yeah,
Cause
Deacon is so slow.
he is, and he got good time. Cause bro, I'm sitting over here watching all of this play out. I'm like, bro, you ain't going to jail. At this rate, you going under the
Under,
jail.
okay.
Wherever they had you last time, you're not even gonna be nowhere near that cell block the way this shit about to play out.
Say
It's
that.
a mess.
Say that again. You don't help facilitate a person to keep their identity from the police and the people that she hired. Yeah, honey. You ain't
And
gonna
now
build
you
your
about
own
to be
wing.
and now we already know that if this woman has gone far enough around the bend that she is sneaking into Steffi Forrester's house to pick
Hmm.
up her baby. And because let's be real, Hayes is not being left somewhere unattended like that.
Oh no.
Somebody is around. Steffi's either in the room, Amelia's in the room, Finn's upstairs. Somebody is somewhere. The child is not by himself. But
Hmm.
Sheila, bold as shit, Sheila is bold enough to stroll up in there and pick that baby up. Now, my other thing that I was thinking, the only other possibility I was thinking is, remember that when Taylor had that conversation about trying to replace her assistant?
Hmm.
Now, logic would say that she would be trying to do this at her office. What if is it possible that someone answers the ad through, say, maybe an employment agency, because that sounds like that's who Taylor was on the phone with, to try to replace her assistant, and for whatever reason they come to the beach house instead of her office.
That's a
Hmm.
That's
possibility. Now, I like that.
That's the only, because I am trying like hell to figure out what would make Sheila feel so comfortable about going into Steffi's house to pick Hayes up, because there are people there. This child is not alone. Somebody
Hmm.
is there.
It
And
could
what
be
would
Deacon too. You know, Deacon got invited in the house yesterday and he denied. So the next time
right.
he pop up, he might just accept. And Steffi could be like, "Oh, I got a conference call. I gotta take it in the other room. Would you mind holding Hay?" And here comes Sheila. "You got my grandson. Come on, Deacon. Let me hold him. Let me hold him." Girl, it could be a lot different.
That was see, but that's what my thing is that Sheila, something is gonna happen to make Sheila feel confident enough that she can walk in there and pick up that child, and
Hmm.
without getting caught dead to rights. And I don't just mean her prosthetic, because for one thing, it's like she has to have a reason why she's there. Like she was like when like she has to have a reason, explanation, even if she's pretending to be somebody else, for why the hell she is at the beach house, at the cliff house.
That Deacon new girlfriend.
Hmm.
They don't get down with Deacon quite like that for him to be inviting his
No,
girlfriend
I'm
over to
saying,
Steffi house.
I'm saying in case she get busted. In case Steffi phone call in early and she come out and she have a deja vu moment of when she walked in wearing that busting ass yellow outfit and she see Sheila holding her baby and Finn and Jack standing there like what? Yeah, and then she started blinking. Oh, that's not Sheila. But who is this woman holding my baby, Deacon?
But
Oh,
see,
that's
but
a
that's
new girlfriend.
but
Oh,
see,
she
but
met
that's
Hope and
the
everything.
See, but that's the thing. There would have to be an explanation. One, for why Deacon was over at Steffi's house. He already played that really funny shit that happened yesterday. But then two, there would have to be an explanation for why he's at her house and why he's brought a stranger to her house. They don't know each other well enough for him to be inviting other people over to Malibu, whether he saved her life or not, unless it's some shit where Deacon got invited to dinner by Sin. It's like kind of
Yeah,
like a thank you, and they were
there you
gonna cook
go.
for him or some shit. I don't know.
There you go. There you go.
That's Now I'm still gonna put my money on Taylor having to replace her assistant who ain't never at her damn desk. Honestly, that girl do need to be on the unemployment line if we honest. And her, for whatever reason, the person coming to the Cliff House instead of going to her office. That Because something is gonna make her bold enough to think she can get away with it. Because she is really, really confident. And you probably missed it last night, but on Kimberly Brown's Insta, they have kind of redone the prosthetic a bit to make it more seamless.
Mhm.
So that means that Sheila is definitely going to be in that wig face mask
Mhm.
combo a lot
Uh-huh.
coming
Uh-huh.
up.
Yep.
And so there's going to be a reason for her to be in it. And that reason is going to be she's going to be around people other than Deacon Sharp ass.
For a long
Out,
period of time.
right. And outside of that apartment,
Mhm.
outside of Il Giardino, and while she's out there with these people, she got a cover that she got to keep. So that's part of what the question is. Is she gonna try to bump off poor little Miss Amelia and take her spot as Hayes' nanny, or is she gonna try to take the spot as Taylor's assistant?
I shan't have it.
You shan't have what? Amelia dead?
I shan't have a dead Amelia.
Yeah,
I
me either.
shan't have it.
I
I
concur.
hope
I
not.
mean, Sam a little bit bloodthirsty, so that's right up her alley right now. So I would prefer for first of all, strictly for aesthetics. One, look, until they decide they're gonna send all these churn off to boarding school, Donna can't watch everybody with her honey dip that. Oh, and can we go to the point of what Bubba said earlier about how the hell Douglas know that exactly what Donna be saying to Eric O's horny honey dip ass?
He done heard it. He done heard it. He been in that house a couple of days. He done heard.
I was so disgusted, you guys. First of all, let me tell you the panic that ran through my head because we knew at first that Donna wasn't there, and then you hear, "Oh, honey bear, do you want a martini?" And Eric's like, "Donna?" And then you
Mm-hmm.
see Douglas, and I'm like, "Oh, Jesus, the baby is fixing to see something inappropriate with honey. Please don't tell me he fixing to grope this woman in front of this little boy." And then he pops up, "Ha ha, great grandpa, this is my phone app. I got you, ha ha." And I was like, "Oh shit, baby, you made my heart beat real fast like that. Don't do that no more, Douglas. Don't do that to me no more."
Unfortunately, I had to agree with your point when you said that all this concern and bullshit coming from Hope. From not from so much from Hope, but from Liam and Brooke about whether or not Douglas is okay over there. And I'm sitting over here saying you should be worried about something, but it ain't got a damn thing to do with Thomas Forrester. You need to be worried about your sister slipping and sliding around the property and honey and that child seeing that shit.
I just am thoroughly beside myself is all that I know. I
Mm.
can't be nothing but beside myself because the baby, I feel like they got him sitting up and he's over here in Skillamax.
Mm.
I feel
After
like
dark.
I feel like somebody. You remember when we was kids? Everybody on here, we all about the same age. I'm gonna be bold and say if you on here with me, I'm sorry, Can and Angela. I'm gonna say if you on here with me, you gotta be in the 40 and up crew. I'm gonna be 49 in a couple of weeks, so you gotta be in the 40 and up crew. Y'all remember when HBO first came out and Cinemax and Showtime, and you had the box, and some of the channels were scrambled, and
Yes, honey.
Mm-hmm.
you could count.
Yes, honey.
if you flip the channel real fast, you might get like one frame that you can see real good.
Yep.
I
Girl,
Douglas is living in a scrambled
Mm.
reality where if he just put the channel
yes,
like
he
one
is.
time,
That
he's gonna see
child
the
is
damn
living. That child is living in Cinemax Friday After Dark territory.
this is the Red Shoe Diaries. Douglas is out here in Zalman King's Red Shoe Diaries.
That
Ooh.
child, that child is in Emmanuel
I
territory.
was just gonna say that because his
But,
grandmama,
so,
that's his grandmama.
but that's grandmama territory. Don't no. That's grandmama territory. We ain't gonna put him in the manual. We gonna leave him over here with Zalman King and the Red
You
Shoe
know how
Diaries.
many, you know how many sequels they made to that damn movie that don't even have nothing to
Oh
do
my
with the
God, I
original
lost track
Emmanuel?
at
I
eight.
guarantee you, he is in Emmanuel territory.
I think I lost track at eight, darling.
Yeah, it was like it's like an obscene number.
Yes. I was like, oh my God, is she like Freddie? Is this like Jason?
But
I
was
was like,
Emmanuel in space or something like that? I didn't.
yes,
Yes.
yes. There was a
Yes,
title
they
called
did.
Emmanuel
Yes.
in Space. I was like, wow, y'all just taking softcore to a whole nother
To
level.
a whole nother level.
Y'all just sent her to space. Okay, I didn't know it was like that.
But listen, I couldn't even, as close as I got to Emmanuel and the squiggles in my house was reading the little synopsis in the HBO. You know, HBO used to send out their own little version of the TV
Yes.
guide for the month.
Mm-hmm.
That's as close as my ass got to Emmanuel because you can be up after dark if you want to. You're going to get your ass beat after dark too.
So
So,
real.
no, I
So
never,
real.
I mean, we knew it was out there, but I only read the descriptions. I was like, ooh, that Emmanuel. She
Yeah, I had to sneak, honey. I had to sneak and watch my HBO on Cinemax because normally when the flag and the Star Spangled Banner came on
right.
regular TV, it was time to go to bed. You supposed to already been in bed, brushed your teeth, and
Hmm.
said your prayers.
You said the Star Spangled Banner, girl. Channels don't go off no more. We had to go to bed because
It-
Nope. They
it's
sold all that. They sold all of that to infomercials. So they realized
so
they was
dead.
wasting airtime. So infomercials got all of that mess. So I was always the underfoot little sister because I'm the middle child. So my older brother always was busy trying to go see something he ain't had no business seeing. So I always made it my damn business to be trying to see what the hell he was seeing. Because I was like, what is he doing? I want to see just so I can wear on his ass.
Honey, when I knew when MASH came on, it was almost time to go to bed. Cause after
man,
MASH went off, it was Star Spangled Banner time, and I supposed to be already in the bed. But
not
on the rare occasion when my dad was babysitting me, and he had him a little bit one too many of them 7-7, I could stay up. I was like Smokey. I stopped talking right now, but as soon as he goes to sleep, I turn the TV back on.
Hmm. It was like, yes, indeed. So poor Douglas is in some. He's in a precarious situation. So all of this concern about him being corrupted and all this other mess. They looking at the whole wrong people
right.
ab-
His baby
about that.
Donna over there dropping it low for Jesus and covering folks in honey.
Exactly.
He is
That
in.
child. Yeah, I could just see poor Douglas over there at breakfast trying to eat his oatmeal, going, Grandpa, why don't they ever have any honey? The bottle's always empty and it's always sticky on the outside.
Oh girl, we know it ain't. We
Ah,
know that they covered in honey because Pam gave Donna a whole bag of honey when she came back, and I'm
Ugh.
pretty sure that that kitchen cabinet that Queen cleared out has been restocked. If anything, he might be complaining because there's a hairball in the damn honey. Some errant little hair that then got there that honey wasn't supposed to be brought back to the kitchen area. That's supposed to stay in the bedroom. So
that's the
now
bedroom honey.
maybe can't even eat jam because the folks nasty in the kitchen.
You never know. You might poor Douglas might come downstairs and catch them in some 9.5 weeks crap in front of the damn refrigerator.
See,
Ooh,
we
not
don't
nine
need
and a half
that.
weeks. Oh my God. Oh, not them two. Ooh, not them
I
two.
need, I really, even though I approve of Thomas being at the Forrester Mansion, I really do think he should give some serious thought to, getting his own digs eventually.
Honey, honey, honey. You know what I think is gonna happen? When y'all talking about these digs, what I think is gonna happen, I think Taylor's gonna get a house. And I think Thomas and Douglas is gonna move in that house with her. I think that would be ideal. If you
You
ask
know,
me. Because
I
Taylor has to come up out of that cliff house. She gotta come up out of that cliff because they keep putting it out there that every time they in the living room, they cuddling and kissing or necking. Here she come. Oh, I just getting a snack. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm gonna go back
yeah.
upstairs. She's too cute, getting embarrassed. So
Uh,
she gonna make it a point, go ahead and get a house. Her baby daddy just might buy another house. Who
not
knows?
not just that, but all this genteel poverty shit in Beverly Hills, in
Yes,
Malibu, is
yes,
starting to get to me because I'm like, Steffi and Finn is reunited and they ready to make the furniture move.
I
All of the furniture in every room, and
I
bless their little hearts for doing so. But they ain't about to do that with mom-in-law. And I was just coming get a snack, and it's like, oh no, mom, it's okay. And I know Finn thinking in the back of her head, yeah, it's all right, Taylor. Nah,
right
but
now. Right, right.
we were trying to we were thinking about breaking in the kitchen table, but never mind now.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, and you
And
could tell she kind of uncomfortable in those situations. Unlike other mother-in-laws, we're not gonna
so
mention their name,
let's
who
be
bust in uh, on their
oh
grown children and in-laws. In their
oh
one-room shack.
thank you for saying that, Can because you know what? I just realized something.
What's
That
up?
may be one of the few if our theorizing about Brooke and Liam is correct, that may be the one positive. That may be the thing that gets Hope to move the hell out of the backyard.
Where she
Maybe,
gonna move to? The Forest
maybe.
Mansion? Ain't nowhere for her to go. Deacon ain't got no room for her and her non-growing baby at his house. Liam is the one that's gonna have to leave, and Brooke just won't be able
Right.
to come down to the little shack.
And see, that's the thing. If they don't even want to move into the main house and they want to stay up in that steam shack, then how come they'll never entertain the idea of going on Bill's grounds, aka Taylor old house? You know,
Because
Cause Bill,
Bill is
because
if
Bill really
memory
don't
serves
like
me
Hope.
correct,
them people at his house.
Yeah, I like them like
that's what I
that.
was gonna say. If memory serves me correct, that house has a pool house too.
It does. But remember, Bill was the one who walked in the shack and asked Liam, am I not paying you enough to have another place?
Right. Exactly. It make okay, shame in my name.
He'd
Or
be like,
Bill can buy him another house because he's the one that originally bought the Cliff House and he's the one that bought Wyatt that Malibu house.
And he done bought them all the houses. He gonna fucking buy them. He done.
I done
But
bought 2 houses for y'all fools. I
But
done
guess
bought y'all
he bought
exactly.
that he bought that house that he is in now for Will and Katie. He bought the Cliff House and he gave it to Liam and sold it to Steffi. And then he got the Cliff House from Stephanie. And now Wyatt is supposed to be living in a he like Bubba said, he ain't buying no more goddamn houses.
And I can't blame him because remember, when Wyatt was first introduced and he ended up with Hope, there was this whole thing about Wyatt wanting the Cliff House
Yep,
because, he was married now and he felt like he should have the Cliff
exactly.
House because he was the
Yep,
married man and Liam could go stay his ass wherever the hell. I
you're right.
think Bill done bought enough houses. He's like, I ain't buying y'all mofos another piece of
Yep,
property.
yep. Y'all need to get y'all money. Look, I pay y'all enough. Y'all can spend that money on property. I spend my money on property. Y'all just living. Hell, at least Steffi had some decency and some moxie about herself and brought the property from the man.
Listen, Steffi says she wasn't trying to lose her baby's home because that's the only home that Kelly ever knew. And damn it, that's where they were staying.
That was they was gonna
Um,
stay there. She
that's
bought
what we
that house
saying.
because
Because
Liam didn't have the balls to do it.
no, and Bill was ready to go ahead and move Steffi and Kelly back into her childhood home. Girl,
So in her
man,
Kelly
old
had a whole nursery.
in
just
her old bedroom, her Phoebe old bedroom.
right. He said,
Not
"You
to mention,
do whatever you want."
not to
But
mention, Bill said, "Is this going to be too much since this was your childhood home? Because we can move somewhere else."
Okay, we got the world, baby. You want to move to Dubai? You you want to move on the other side of the world? We we can go
But
anywhere
yeah,
you like.
but I think after that, Bill's days of acquiring real estate for his
Yeah,
children is done. Cause he
yeah.
feel like, look, y'all work for me. I'm cutting y'all a hefty paycheck because you know they
Well,
make more money than anybody else there,
yep.
and y'all ain't nobody, and y'all make more than enough for to put a down payment on a house, and you still ain't got one, then you ain't gonna get one.
Facts, and I like that. I like that. It's so much coddling you need to do when you a grown ass man and you got these four children. You know, expected things.
So I guess that is one question. If all hell does break loose, and where the hell is Hope? Who the hell is Hope going to live with? Deacon over the Olive Garden?
That's what
and
I
that and
said.
that would be the other shoe that drops, right? Because she runs to Deacon for comfort, and then the Sheila shoe drops.
Oh, that would be
You know what
hilarious.
she gonna move to? Quit playing, y'all.
The
I know
Forrester
she gonna.
mansion.
You better believe it, cause her
Lord
auntie
mercy.
Donna, auntie Donna lived there, and if she can't go there, well, unless Taylor already gonna had her plate, but now she ain't gonna want to stay nowhere where Taylor is. She is well, you know what? The Forrester Mansion is where she going because she haven't lived there in a very long time.
But you
The
know,
last time she lived there, she wasn't in the actual house; she was in the pool house.
but did
It's
you notice that Eric said that Hope is welcome there at any time because she's family too.
because she's family
Yes,
too.
I
But you,
peeped that.
but that's
I
what
did
But
peep that.
see, that's what Stephanie used to say about that was her baby too until she started fucking up with Steffi. She
See, but
loved those too.
that's the thing. And the thing is, when all that shit went down with Liam, well, Stephanie never faulted either one of them. She
Nope.
said flat out, these two beautiful women
Yep.
should not be fighting over any damn man, and they got their whole life ahead of them. It's ridiculous. That's
It's
how Stephanie
ridiculous.
felt about
That's
it.
exactly how she said it. Say that again. Show
Right,
did.
because that's one thing I will say about Stephanie. She did not, even despite the fact that she despised Brooke, she
Mm.
did not despise any of Brooke's children. She loved all of those kids. She
All of
loved
them.
Rick.
And
She sure as hell loved Bridget.
it took
And
Rick. It took Rick to fuck up and go against Eric for her to say something bad about Eric. Eric did
exactly.
all that shit when he was little. She never did really say nothing except for he gonna need some help thanks to you, Brooke. You know, and once he did what he did when he sold all them fashions to Jackie M, that's
Mhm.
when she said something bad about Rick and
Exactly.
went after Stephanie.
Right. So that's the thing. So Eric's attitude is pretty much on par with show history.
Right.
Not just because he's always loved Brooke and anything that was connected to Brooke or came from Brooke, but also because there's never been, even when Stephanie was alive, there was never that a delineation between her children and Brooke and Eric's kids with Brooke. And that extended to Hope too. They
No.
really did. She really did always try to treat them just as much as like they were just as much a family as anybody else.
Well,
So
remember,
his
Hope
Just
was
like her
calling her
grandkids.
grandma for a
Yeah, they were
yeah,
while.
treating her like that was her grandkids. Didn't
right.
nobody separate any animosity between the kids before Brooke. Brooke did all of that shit. Brooke brought
Yes,
the
she
angst
did.
between these kids. It was not Stephanie. It was not Eric. It was not Rich. It was Brooke.
I
Because
concur. So
she's
yes,
the one insisting on this being a outright Forrester versus Logan war. We're at war kind of shit. You know,
I mean, it is definitely on task. It's basically in character for Eric to say that Hope is welcome whenever she wants because she's family, because that's what he really feels.
right?
So yeah, if she does, if all hell breaks loose and she has to bounce from Brooke's backyard, yes, I think that she will bounce to Eric's house. Not just because she wouldn't want to go stay, and she wouldn't go stay with Bill. She wouldn't want to go too far, but also that's where Douglas would be.
Bill don't even
And
like her.
exactly. Well, you know how Bill be fronting these days, girl. Come on. You know how he be fronting these days and
Yeah,
whatnot. So
straight like
yeah.
that.
So Douglas is staying at the Forrester Mansion, Thomas is at the Forrester Mansion. So yeah, if all hell
Auntie
break loose,
Donna.
Auntie Donna over there, yeah, that's where she going for sure.
And
Lord, that's gonna be a full house.
that just sets it up for Liam to go over there every day and tell Hope that this is all part of Thomas's plan to break us up. And Hope, you need to just come back home. We can work out this whole thing. It was a big mistake. We can talk it through. And she's gonna be there because that's where Douglas is. And I really hope that Thomas is like, girl, take that shit down to the
The
guest
pool
house.
house.
Me
Go
and my
ahead.
up here trying to read these books. I
I
And
got
know.
nothing for you.
and
Douglas
I
doing his homework. We can't have this disruption. Y'all go outside with that shit.
Right. You
This,
you
I
gotta
don't,
put this.
I haven't been here in a long time, so I don't know if y'all brought this topic up. Can I bring up a topic real fast? And that's about it's about Douglas.
Okay.
Sure.
And I don't know if y'all brought it up and why they are having an issue with. Okay, it's a lot of angst between both sides. Why Hope is so adamant about Douglas and why Thomas is so adamant about Hope being his mother, quote unquote mother. Did y'all talk about this already? Like what's the reason behind this and stuff? Like what's the catalyst that brought this out? And the reason why Hope would never give this up.
Oh yeah, we talked. Yeah, when they first started to dip into this custody bullshit about her and her unresolved issues, when they thought Beth was dead and her clinging
Right.
to Douglas the way she did. Yeah, we did touch on that.
It doesn't seem like it's registering with a lot of people. Like it just seems like people are really just trying to dig at Thomas as trying to make it seem like he's trying to manipulate Hope's feelings for his child. And that's totally not the case, because if that was the case, we would have, first of all, we would have seen it a long time ago, not some just now stuff happening. It's very much Thomas MO. Thomas did wrong. Okay, he did not do just as bad, but he did some wrong to Hope, and that was because he kept the identity of Beth away from her, because he did not want to hurt his sister and niece. Okay, now it's not like he did not try to tell Steffi. He literally went over there to tell her and Liam what happened, and his plans changed. He was going to tell Hope, and she stopped him. She literally held his mouth closed to stop him from telling her the truth. So my whole thing is, if this man loves her enough to give her his child, then he needed a mother, she needed a child. That's what he did. So now all that love that she had reserved for Beth in those 8 months, Douglas got it. So he's not going to take this child away from her. So all these people who sit there saying, "Oh yeah, Caroline's come back from the dead, and it's because Thomas had her held in the basement." And all that. It's just nonsense. It's just crazy.
Oh, that's wishful thinking. That's
Yeah,
wishful. That's really, really even more wishful than we are here. That's wishful thinking. Because the thing is, we've not, even though, yes, I do wish Caroline was not dead. I would love for them to bring her back. But no, Caroline is not locked up somewhere like Thomas is this generation's Victor Newman or
oh
some
my
shit,
God.
and then got her pinned up somewhere on the other side of the country or in the Midwest for whatever reason, while he out doing whatever in LA all this time. No, that's
Right.
not what's happening.
Yeah,
So no.
because for one, Thomas has a conscience, where
Yes, he does.
Victor Newman never had.
And
No.
Caroline,
He
And
had
one of the reasons Thomas had a nervous breakdown was because Caroline died, and it was the grief of that.
Yes.
Exactly.
This man did not want this life for his son. He know what it feels like to be on that end. He does not want this life for his son. So yes, he's not finna sit up there and have a nervous breakdown for nothing.
No. So he chose Hope to be a mother figure for Douglas out of his grief for losing Caroline. She wanted to be his mother figure out of her grief for losing Beth. So, I mean, basically, what you had was a set of people who were grieving in unhealthy ways.
Yes,
That's what got us here.
Yes, and no one got healed. Nobody got any therapy behind this, and that's why everything is like falling apart because nobody has healed themselves out of that situation. Everything was just supposed to go back to normal when there was nothing to be normal about in the beginning. You know, somebody just assumed that, okay, just because she has this baby back, there's no due process that needs to be done. We don't need no DNA and we don't need no therapy.
Exactly. And honestly, they needed therapy. Now, the thing that popped out today in Hope's conversations with that waffle she married to is that her focus has shifted a bit. And I brought this up the other day that as this story continued on, we would be seeing Hope's focus shift a bit because at first her entire focus was just on the idea that Douglas needs to come home. Right. And what would I do without him? What would Beth do without him, etc., etc. Now her focus is starting to become a little varied. And it's starting to take in other variables that matter, like what's best for Douglas, how he feels, how he would feel if this became a nasty custody fight between the two of them. Shit that should have been coming out of her mouth about this situation is now starting to creep into her dialogue some.
Exactly.
And Liam ain't feeling that shit.
No, he's not. No, he's not, because he's an alarmist, just like Brooke.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And everything has to be, it's either this or it's that. And it's never no point of improvement, especially when it's a person that they can't stand. Brooke has never liked Thomas since conception. So everything that he does is never room for improvement. He's never going to be better than what her idea of him is. The problem child.
Exactly. And he was the problem child because he was the one that fucked her up getting Ridge the first time.
The first time. Yes, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor gave him his first son. Mm-hmm. You know, she hadn't gave him that baby, we would have been together and we would still been together.
Honey, because I was watching them scenes where Ridge found out that Brooke knew it. He was like, you knew? This whole time you knew. All I wanted was my son. And you sat there and you knew that was my child. He said, well,
you vowed to honor me, love me. You supposed to be my wife. I remember that, but yes, ma'am. He gave her a good read.
Exactly. And she was busy trying to throw Taylor under the bus. He was not having it.
Right. Yep. He said, I don't care what she did. You was my wife.
Yeah.
You were supposed to tell me. You could have gave me this child that I wanted. He was right here.
Right.
What do you mean?
But Taylor didn't want you to know.
But when he told her, you could have gave me a child. My child right here, you could have gave him to me, Brooke.
Yeah.
He gave me my son. And he probably would have picked Brooke.
No, he wouldn't have. No, he wouldn't have. He wouldn't have picked Brooke. No.
Yeah, he wouldn't. You're right.
But see, that's the whole point. You took my options away from me. So you took everything away from me. You took my son away from me and you took my options away from me. I have no room for you.
Right.
More or less. And Brooke not up until Taylor also conveniently died, once or twice, Brooke never really recovered from that setback.
Nope.
Thomas was a setback that kept her ass out of the rotation for over 10 plus years.
Mm-hmm. And then she had the nerve to get pregnant with twins after that.
Right.
Ooh, baby. baby. Yeah,
She said,
she was gonna stay
I
back
will
home for a
be.
long time.
She was big mad, y'all.
She
She's
was.
still big mad. Do you see her foaming at the mouth when she talk about Thomas? She literally foam at the mouth like she's
She
a
does.
mangy dog. Like she cannot stand. And this is the part that get me. You literally have tried to kill Thomas more than once. More than once you tried to kill this child because he does not fit your idea of how you were supposed to be with Rich. And that's why that's it. I'm sorry to say this, but that's exactly how Hope see Kelly.
Except the big difference is that Liam is a useful idiot who goes along with her bullshit.
Straight like that.
That's the very big difference. Is that will never ever in her life have to go too far with the idea, because I still remember to this day one of the things that Steffi said back when Brooke did that pop up stupid ass wedding in Liam's backyard, and flew the priest from
Father
Julia.
Fantana.
Yes, Father Fantana. When she flew Father Fantana down here to do a pop up damn wedding out of
Mm-hmm.
the middle of nowhere, and Steffi found out and ran over there because she was trying to wait for Liam to make a choice on his own. And she was
Mm-hmm.
like, well, he needs to know I'm pregnant. I wasn't
Yeah.
trying to tell him, but you kind of then put back me into a corner where I need to tell him now.
Right.
So at that time, while Hope and Liam were talking, Steffi, Brooke, and Taylor were in the back bedroom having a
Ooh.
whole disagreement. And there was a
Yeah,
whole lot of truth that got dropped during that damn disagreement,
sure
which was
was.
that Hope, and that was basically when Steffi told Brooke that the way Hope acts, she's the only reason she acts like that is because she's just doing what she learned from your ass.
That's right.
Because she sees me and my baby as an obstacle,
Yep.
and that as soon as we're out of the way, she'll come into her wedded bliss, and this will all be just like some bad dream, etc., etc.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
and at the end of the day, that is how when she got pregnant with Beth, once she found out that she was having a baby too, that is that is the space that Beth started to occupy. That not Beth, that Kelly started to occupy. Not,
Mm-hmm.
of course, obviously she's a child. You can't get rid of a child. You can't make somebody, just get rid of a baby
Shit, I'm
altogether.
surprised she didn't have the baby kidnapped. Because you can make kids disappear. Ask Morgan about it.
True. True, you can. But Hope is that person who can't ever do anything that outwardly aggressive against another person. She
Yeah.
leaves that kind of bad shit to her mama. She ain't gonna throw a brick and hide her hand. She gonna let her mama do it for her.
She gonna throw
So
the brick in her mama house, and her mama house she gonna make sure her mama come out. Well, it wasn't me, it was them. She gonna point
exactly.
somebody else that
So when that mess was all going down, then once Liam got realized that he had a child with Hope, he more or less just dropped Kelly off to the wayside and was happy being a weekend dad. So
mm-hmm.
basically, the way that Liam ended up acting in the Kelly situation is how Brooke would have that's what she wanted from Ridge.
Bridge to be. Yes.
That's
She has all yes. Yes, she sit up there and she's still telling this man, telling people that kids don't need him. But sit up here and say all day, well, Hope needs her dad. She wants to have it's perfectly fine. Excuse me, do you not hear yourself? Do you not hear yourself?
Hope needs
exactly.
her dad, and Douglas needs Liam.
Yes. Yes. Douglas needs Liam like I need a hole in my head.
Please, at this point, as twitchy as Liam is starting to get, I think he would jettison Douglas's ass in a minute if that option was on the table. He just knows it's not on the table because Hope was up here talking all this, rational shit that she should have been talking weeks ago about
Mhm.
how she wants to be careful. She doesn't want it to become a nasty custody thing because
Right.
that would hurt Douglas. And she also clarified a point that's really important that she cannot get through her mother and Liam's head, which is that she said, if I thought Douglas was in any kind of danger or trouble or whatnot, I would get him straight away. But we both know that's not true.
She showed
Right.
it. She showed
Right.
it.
She said that very clearly to Liam while they
Right.
was having their little coffee or whatever the hell that was today, to understand that the whatever reasoning it is that we have for why Douglas needs to be here, it does not include him being in danger of anything. And we
Exactly.
all know that.
Well,
It's
here's the
all in
thing with
their head. That's
Liam.
what
Here's the thing with Liam and Brooke. They only want Douglas if he can fit into their fantasy of a perfect family, right? They don't want him if he's
Mhm.
attached to Thomas. And because Thomas has not been around as much and they've been able to create this fantasy that Liam is the dad, it's been fine. Now that the reality is hit that no, Thomas is the father and they're going to have shared custody and this is where it's going to be, they're not going to want Douglas.
And that's exactly the whole problem, Angela. Because, and here's the thing: when Liam was being honest for 5 seconds with Hope, when this topic originally came up, he said it. He told Hope before all this adoption, shared custody, whatever the hell we calling this shit even came up. He told her, if we do this, we're going to be stuck dealing with Thomas for the rest of our lives.
yes, and
But
And
that's what she wants. And see, that's exactly originally that Hope wanted. She wanted Liam to experience the lifestyle that she has to live. That by being Kelly's stepmother, she has to have Liam feel that same angst that she's going to have to feel by being with him
tell
now
him what
that
she
she has
said.
Douglas.
Tell him what Hope said, Can.
Because she said,
Tell him what she
she said, because
said.
now you will know how I feel. Now
Show,
you will know. Now you will understand how I feel.
show did. She did
And
that.
I need you to know if that wasn't the biggest shade, honey. I was like, woo, no, Hope didn't jump out of a bag on Liam ass and tell him the truth
Sure did.
because I knew that's what it was. It had nothing to do with anything else. This child has been wanting Liam to feel her pain since he left her the first time and put that ring on Steffi's finger the very next day.
Yep.
She's been wanting Liam to feel her pain. So,
all I can say is this much: if we don't get, if all this mess blow up the way we think it's gonna blow up, I need them to invest in Hope having a complete damn breakdown over her mama and her husband. Because
yes,
here's the thing: Hope has heard all the stories. She even saw the mess that went down between Brooke and with Brill and Katie and whatnot.
mhm,
And like all of Brooke's children, she made excuses for her mama. Because you're gonna excuse there's two groups of people you're gonna make up excuses for. It's your parents and it's your children.
yeah.
That's just life. You're going to make excuses for the shit that they get up to. Okay. But Brooke's history is too well known and too well documented and the thing is, I don't even think it would have to come down to them actually having sex.
Nope.
I think it would be enough for them both to be some miserable, for Liam and Brooke to be some miserable sons of bitches over their various situations, whatever he thinks is going on with Thope, whatever she knows is going on with Tridge, because that's the difference between Thope and Tridge. Whatever the hell Brooke goes around the bend about, it's gonna be some shit that actually happened.
But you know
It's
it's
not.
coming.
Yeah,
It's
it's not.
coming, darling, because
Yeah, and they
all of
got a
her
location
children
shoot
have
coming
had,
too. Shoot.
yeah, all her kids have had at blow ups at her, except Hope and except RJ. Hope is next in line. She gotta have one of them epic slaps, maybe that Bridget gave one of them epic, one of them talks that RJ, I mean Eric Jr. gave her. All her kids done blew up at her. Hope's turn. This is
Yep.
Hope's turn.
And
Well,
that's what I said. Hope is not special, and she's
Mm-mm.
fixing to learn. She's been on the pedestal her whole life. Her
Fact.
whole life. Except for that one time Brooke made that mistake with Oliver. And then what did Brooke do? She gave Liam to Hope. Oh, girl, honey, Liam is much better for you anyway. So she
Yep.
put Liam on the Hope, and they've been riding okay all these years, except for what they call Steffi's interference. It is
Yeah.
Exactly.
for Hope to find out that she is no different from her sister or her aunts. Her mother will fuck her man. If she don't, she
Exactly.
will find herself in an inappropriate position, which is why I go back to that swim party, that pool party, when Liam put his clothes on PDQ because Hope gave him that look that said, "God damn it, you know who my mama is. Put
Get
some
in line.
clothes on your ass." And he did.
Exactly. So no, we don't even have to go as far as sex. All Hope got to do is walk up on a kiss, and
Oh yeah,
that
and either
would
way it's
probably
gonna
be
be
enough.
indecent. It's gonna be something indecent, cause it gotta be. It
Mhm.
gotta be something indecent, and it's going to have a big fallout. Because I want her to tell her mama, Steffi has been right about you all this time. I know that's fantasy like a mud, but
Yeah.
if I can get that up out her mouth, all this time she has told me the truth, and here it is. You harmed me more than anybody. Like,
No,
oh, if I can
she
get
gonna go deeper than that. She's gonna say Stephanie
that.
was right about you all of these years. You are just nothing more than the slut from the valley.
Woo,
Oh, that
baby,
would be hilarious. Not
baby.
only that, but remember when Steffi and Hope got into it in Steffi's office when they were talking about Douglas, and
Mm-hmm.
Hope got frustrated and was like, why is it always like this? Why does it always have to be Forrester versus Logan? And Steffi said, well, your mom is the one
Your
who
mama
started
started
it.
this. Yep, your
I
mama
find
started.
it I find it very interesting that if this all plays out as we think, that is probably that particular little bit of line is probably going to ring resoundingly in Hope's head
You better
because
believe it.
yes, your mother is the one who starts this shit, Hope. The
Mm-hmm.
controversy, the scandal, whatever. At least at this point, y'all having these scandals internally, and it's not going outside the family. Whereas then back in the day, it was everybody's business, and the whole world knew about it when
Because
You
all
know
this
what? She
bullshit went
because
down.
she
Bill Spencer Sr. made sure that his papers published all that shit.
Sure did. And you gotta remember, just last week, she sitting up there talking about we at war, Hope. You know what I'm saying? So all that what you just said, Dawn, all that's gonna resound in her head. Oh yeah, and including that we at war line, cause ain't nobody at war with Brooke but Brooke. She swore Taylor and came back from Timbuktu just to steal her man back. That is the killing part to me. Everything is centered around her, including Douglas being taken away from her. Because just like Stephanie said, a Douglas, a Forrester could never be raised by a Logan.
And can't. And on that, we go
Mm-mm.
in because it's 9:03 and we got a safe space. So thank you guys for coming.
Thank you for
Wait,
Hey,
wait,
coming.
wait.
Hope.
Before we go, though, one last thing.
Yes,
Who else
ma'am.
enjoyed as much as I did the way that Ridge was just flirting with Taylor in front of Hope and did not care?
Oh, I enjoyed that. Hope's eyes was 50-cent pieces, and that
Yeah.
and the Logan Covenant's supposed to meet at the end of the week. If Hope is sitting in on that, and Donna is too, I expect them to be cutting looks at Brooke like, you need to be coming up with a plan.
You better
Thought at one point Ridge was gonna lose his head and kiss Taylor
kiss her. Me too, Bubba.
because they got so close at one
Yes,
time.
they
He was
did.
just staring at her like he was looking down her throat. And then,
Baby.
sir, excuse me, your wife's daughter, your stepdaughter is right. Y'all.
I thought he was gonna fill her up or something. He was gonna do some touching. I just knew you yes, honey. I said the same thing. Kiss her, Ridge, kiss her. That's what I said.
Said, you better not kiss her in front of her.
Hope was standing there staring like you ain't acting like that, like you a married man.
Sir, you are, excuse me, Mr. Forrester. Allow
the wrong
introduce
mission.
you to your wife's daughter, Hope Spencer. She's standing right here with her mouth open, catching flies, watching you getting real friendly with your kids' mama. Talking about, this family wasn't the same without you.
Yo, what? Gave her a nice tribute right in front of her.
About this family wasn't the same without you. You done gave me these beautiful children, and you raised them in love. You're right.
In love, honey.
That you raised our kids in. We ain't been right since you've been gone.
Since you was gone. Well, this family ain't complete when you are not here, honey. I said, go tell her that shit. Tell her that good shit.
And
She saw it with her own eyes, and she was and those eyes was buck big, like, oh my goodness.
Hope gonna take that shit straight to the fountain. Now, what'll be funny is if she running to go tell her mama what had happened, and then that's when she walk in on Brim, and then she decides to keep that shit to herself because fuck you, mama.
Ooh, Bubbles, I like the way you think, girl.
I wouldn't tell her ass nothing either.
She needs to give Brooke a big old FU. Okay, we gotta go, y'all, because we gonna run out of space.
All right,
y'all. Good night. See y'all tomorrow.
See y'all tomorrow. Spoiler day. Y'all have a good night.
Good night.
Everybody, thank you so much. Everybody, I can't even name everybody that was on YouTube tonight, but thank you guys for showing up and everybody else that was here. I appreciate you guys. We'll be back tomorrow at 7. And make sure you share the link when I post it. I'm also gonna try to get this episode loaded tonight so that it's on Spotify and podcasts. Don't forget, and we're also on Anchor. We're gonna start doing commercials too because we need to pay. We need to get paid so we can get some better equipment, and then so we can get everybody together. So, yes,
that's
go ahead.
And we try.
Everybody else making money online. Why not?
Right, and then we trying to go to Monaco, so y'all, we got to find ways to scrape up some pennies. I don't want y'all selling no blood or nothing, but just like
and we sell some eggs.
I'm anemic, so that one ain't gonna work for me.
But we gotta find a way to get some coins so we can go to Monaco. So.
Yes, ma'am. All right, y'all have a good night.
Good night,
y'all. Good night, ladies. Good night, y'all.
Good night, everybody.